Thanks for staying here with us on The Pulse. Now, the sports sector in Ghana has faced a major challenge when it comes to funding over the years. Well, there is a major move to address this problem once and for all. Now, the government has decided to set up a fund which will ensure that sports will have a revolving fund with other sporting disciplines away from football benefiting a great deal, such that the issue of funding will become a thing of the past. Now, over the years, what has happened is that sports associations away from football have struggled to organize regular competition and also participate in international sporting competitions, and this has affected Ghana's performance at the Olympic Games, the Commonwealth Games, and other multi-sport events. Well, the sports minister has been speaking about work done so far in establishing this fund and how it will go a long way to address the long-running problem of funding in the sports sector.
It's been perennial. Every year the complaint is that lack of funds, lack of funds, lack of funds. We need to face this challenge once and for all, and that is why we are all gathered here. The technical committee was tasked, among other things, to rationalize all national teams-related sponsorships, review all existing sports lottery agreements, also get in place legal and institutional framework for the establishment of the National Sports Fund, and also the revenue streams for the National Sports Fund at various areas where we can generate funding for sports. The technical committee, as you are aware, is headed by my able Deputy Minister for Youth and Sports, Honorable Pius Nnam Hajide. And I must say that I'm proud of this young gentleman. He is a good partner for sports development in this country. Let's clap for him. He's so passionate about sports development. So as a minister, I'm proud to have a deputy minister who is very hardworking. Our gathering here today is part of the process of getting the National Sports Fund established. We also urge the academia and the research institutions to help this country quantify the contribution of sports and volunteerism to national development. Very important. So part of your engagement here is also to ensure that Ghanaians understand and appreciate the immense contribution of sports to national development. For me, sports is for health, for fitness, and for productivity. That is it. I was in Cuba recently, and I was amazed. See that sports is taught as a compulsory subject right from the kindergarten to the university. Yes. That national consciousness, national awareness should be created now. That sports is indeed for progress and development. God, sports contributes to your health. Health is about productivity. Is that also? That's what we are saying. So if all of us are engaged in sports, we shall be healthy and productivity will be assured straight away. That's what we are saying. And GDP will grow. So sports contribution to GDP is something we want academia to help Ghana understand and appreciate. So the policymakers, when they're making laws, will also appreciate the need to put in more resources for sports development. I'm happy to see distinguished speakers and invited guests who will discuss topics which are relevant to the establishment and the disbursement of the fund. To the establishment and the disbursement of the fund, because we must also have our priorities as a country. So disbursement should be discussed thoroughly. You said that the Ministry of Youth and Sports, and as a minister, my deputy, and all of you, National Sports Authority, they are aware of all sorts of requests. 90% about promotion, not development. That is serious. 90% of the requests that come before us is about promotion. Let me go to where my deputy minister secretary was in trouble. It's all about let's travel outside, let's travel outside. Please let us emphasize on local content development. Very important. How do we develop the game locally? I had an engagement with all stakeholders when I was appointed earlier this year, I gave my 10 blueprints about developing sports. We are urgent of you to go back and read those blueprints. Very important. What do we do to ensure that people in Tamale would understand and appreciate the game of fencing? What do you do to ensure that people in Bolga will understand properly the game of volleyball? How do you ensure that the people in my constituency at Chumampanwa would enjoy swimming? We are not landlocked. We are forest people. So how do you ensure all those things? And that is the duty of all of us to develop the game. The penetration rate should be higher in all the regions, in all the communities, in all the constituencies. Yes, together with the National Youth Authority, we are coming out with what we call Youth in Sports Model, and also we are going to establish multi-purpose youth centers, beginning from next year. We are going to build 10 multi-purpose youth centers. In all these youth centers, we shall have sporting facilities that will promote not less than about 15 games locally. Yes. So we are going to have facilities for about 15 games. You saw the adverts in the dailies. By next month, we are going to begin with a sword cutting ceremony. And let me assure you, and let me say with all respect to our legend, Professor Azuma Nelson, that the Kaneshie Azuma Nelson Sports Complex is going to be transformed. It's part of the project you saw in the dailies. It's going to be transformed to a modern sporting and youth facility. Please, we need to see sports as a serious business, and we need to also protect the national purse. Just recently, you read it and you saw it that the ministry has decided now to have a permanent residential accommodation for the national team coach, the Blasters. That has been secured. We're working out to help the other sporting disciplines. But you see, I came and I saw the budget on accommodation. Monthly, we were paid about $8,000 monthly. Why? What crime has this country committed to deserve this? Is that how to plan? But $8,000 monthly. That system has been changed. We have a national residence for our national team coach. Permanent one. So when the Kaneshie Sports Complex is transformed, we are also going to host our national federations, our national teams. The situation whereby we continue to pay for camping of our national teams will soon be a thing of the past. This country needs to have a modern sports facility that can host our national teams. That's exactly what we are going to do with the Azuma Nelson Sports Complex at Kaneshie. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for coming and thank you for attending this very important program. This is a legacy project we want to leave for Ghana so that generations coming would also benefit from sports. Thank you and God bless you all. And I wish all of you
All right, so that was the Sports Minister, Isaac Asiama, outlining what the Sports Fund will do in terms of solving problems in the sports sector. Obviously, this is a discussion which will go beyond here and will be on our respective platforms, here on television, on radio, and online as well, with experts in various fields coming together to discuss and see how best this can be rolled out to serve the best interest of the sports sector. That's it for sports. My name is Nathaniel Atto, and I have love for sport.